good morning, and dolce domenica, which means sweet Sunday in Italian. You know, when I was a young girl, I would wake up on a Sunday morning, and I actually realized it was Sunday morning because you would hear the music playing, whether it was opera or something classical, and the sound of pans clanging together. And I knew that that meant the festivities were beginning, that we were going to start cooking. My parents were already at it, and there would be people coming over, perhaps relatives or friends, and Sunday became a ritual for that type of thing. And so my son had asked me, would I do a series of videos that would catalog all these family recipes, as well as things that he and I have cooked together through the years, so he would have that in the future. So we're going to do that. We're going to get right into our recipe, which is going to be for a lemon cake. But before we do that, I love to introduce a little bit of ritual, and that is the ritual of donning my father's apron from his years as a professional chef, where I love to just put it on and tie it up. And what this does, it kind of just sets me in the mindset of beginning to cook and to pull back those memories and the passion of those meals that we always cook together as a family. So here we are at our mise en place, and my son is going to tell us what that means. Cameraman, what does mise en place mean?
Everything in its place.
Very good. All right, so here we go. We have 2 sticks of softened butter, half a pound, 2 cups of granulated sugar, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. And if you don't have buttermilk, don't panic. Just get your milk out, put a teaspoon per cup of vinegar, and voila, you have buttermilk. 3/4 of a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, 4 eggs, the zest of 6 to 8 large lemon, 1 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a half a teaspoon of baking soda. And then really important is a high quality vanilla, and you'd want at least a teaspoon. I like to put 2. So we need a 350 degree oven. And later on, for our glaze that will go over the cooled lemon cake, is 2 cups of confectioner's sugar and 1/4 cup of lemon juice. So here we're creaming those 2 sticks of butter with the 2 cups of sugar, and it's a method by which you are incorporating air into the mixture, and that's going to give you a light and airy cake. Don't over cream, because you will start to then actually deflate your mixture, making it heavy. Now that we've creamed our butter and sugar together, we're going to put 1 egg in at a time. In goes all of our lemon zest, which is actually 6 to 8 lemons. Remember not to get the pith, because the pith is the white part that's going to make it bitter. So we want to incorporate that fully. This is the rest of our ingredients separated from dry to wet. The dry being our flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. And the wet is our lemon juice, our buttermilk, and vanilla. Starting with dry and ending with dry, we're going to incorporate into our cream mixture. So after you're fully incorporated without over mixing, you'll want to take one last swipe down to the bottom of your bowl, because if your paddle doesn't reach down deep enough, you'll have product down at the bottom, thinking that it was actually mixed when it wasn't. So here we have 2 loaf pans that have been greased, floured, and then I always put a layer of parchment just so that it's easier to get it out at the end. All right, we're going to put our batter into our pans, but we're going to use this tool, a cupcake scoop, because it's going to help us not have to eyeball whether it's even amount. So this is what I do. I just put 1 scoop here, there. Spread it evenly. give it a little tap. And we're going to pop them in the oven for 45 minutes until a tester comes out clean. Okay, so cakes are in the oven and the house is smelling heavenly. But I'd like to introduce another little ritual, and that is a cup of coffee while you're waiting, or that half a glass of wine if you're making something savory, is part of the ritual that helps me really enjoy the process. So, latte cafe. On the glaze now, we've taken that couple cups of confectioner's sugar and we're sifting it. Very important because as you can see the lumps there, and we just want to make sure that that is nice and fine. Adding our lemon juice. So now we have our glaze, and you can see it's nice and smooth and pretty, and that's because we sifted that confectioner's sugar. So now it's the taste test. It's very moist, but packs that punch of lemon so that it's not overly sweet. Really, it's just luscious. Roberto, get me another cup of coffee. It's so delicious to wear it, but I won't. Is that cringy, Robert? Is that weird? Tell me the honest truth.
It's not.
It's not?
It's not.
It's kind of cute?
It.
What's up with this? Why didn't you tell me? I have sugar all over myself.
Why is the flash on now? The flash wasn't on a second ago. Hey guys, it's me, Roberto, the cameraman and editor of Dolce Dominica and Dolce Vivian. I just wanted to take the time to thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this type of content, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and or following our social media platforms. Thank you guys. Peace.